It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA.SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
And it's Adelaide, Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! There's another one for my Bridget. It's Fabian Barbiero. Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
No spot, obviously, for Anthony Costa, who was given a red card last week for a late challenge. Here's Augustus Williams through in goal. He gets his foot to it first. The barrow can't quite get to it. Augustus Williams races to the byline, but can't quite get there first. Here's Slattery. He has the ball. Good cross with his left foot. Manly Barnett clears, but only as far as Labasso. He has the ball, edge of the area. Labasso has a shot. A little bit high, a little bit wide, but it certainly opened up for Comets there. Things a bit different now for Comets. They're coming off the back of a 1-1 draw at Beograd last week. They also have made a few changes into this team. Comes Anthony Vakasidis and Stelios Zacharakis. As we see Ryan Yates with the ball, but Jai King Burns, one possession. Doesn't have a lot of options in the middle. He does have Trimboli, but Trimboli's marked. Trimboli does make a run off the ball. He's got it at the edge of the box now. Plays it back to Jai King Burn. Burn to Kimishima. Kimishima to Corbo. If we've passed it less frequently, I wouldn't have such a stress in trying to get all these names out. Aikida now. Mateo, he's tackled, he's robbed of the ball. Ryan Yates flicks it forward. It's a pass for Labasso to chase. Aikida, Croatia Raiders left back now, plays it across the middle. Manly Barnett, he's got a bit of time. Takes a few strides forward and finds Corbo. You can see the water splashing up under Corbo's feet there, so there is some residual water on the surface. Here's Trimboli, lovely chip through there. Kimishima. Referee lets the play flow. Ryan Yates has it, plays it back to Adam Lecornu. Nicholas Economopoulos. Stelios Zacharakis was the target. To the penalty box. Has a shot. Great stop by Barbaro. Wonderful stop, really, with his right foot down low. Good reactions there from the goalkeeper coming into this team after having spent some time on the bench. As Croatia Raiders shuffle their lineup in an effort to try and remedy their poor recent form. Haven't won since round 11, which was a 2-0 win against Adelaide United. And they're coming off the back of 3 losses in a row. But for me, they look good. They look the better of the two so far. Here's Majetic. All right idea. He's looking for Kimishima's run through the middle. Didn't quite get there. And Adam Lecornu's picked it up. Augustus Williams. Poor pass. Easily read by Majetic. Doesn't win the ball. Referee lets the play flow. Good decision in my mind, despite the calls from the crowd. The good referees are the ones you don't notice. And it's been good to see him let the play flow. Let a few things go early. Here's Adam Lecornu. Plays it back to Daniel Vaughan, his captain. Croatia Raiders press quite high, well into the opponent's half. And it pays off. They win possession. Akida goes back to his goalkeeper, Barbaro. He's wearing a yellow shirt and some kind of lime green socks there, I think. Some kind of mixture of that. Confusing for me. You'd pick him out in a snowstorm anyway. Here's Aikida. Thompson. It's a nice first touch, but it wasn't accurate enough. Comets intercept. Barbaro goes long. Good option, I think, because the Comets were pressed quite high. Majetic keeps his feet. Well played. He's hassled by Slattery, but Croatia Raiders retain possession. Manly Barnett now. And I promised you that I would keep you in touch with scores around the grounds. We have a goal at Adelaide United. They're hosting Adelaide Olympic. Really a must-win game for Adelaide Olympic, who sit down in second bottom in the ladder and really are a few points adrift. Big game for them, but they are 1-0 down to Adelaide United's Colt team. Adelaide United's youth side in the RA NPL South Australia. If you've just joined us, we've just passed the 20-minute mark here. Croatia Raiders 0, Adelaide Comets 0. Both sides just testing each other out, trying to find openings. Both have had chances. In fact, Croatia Raiders have had the ball in the net, but it was disallowed. Jai King-Burn strike about 10 minutes in. We've got Lucas Economopoulos down just now for Comets. He looks to be in a little bit of distress. Not sure what happened. Clutching his stomach. It seems to be in quite a bit of discomfort. Started the game last week, but was substituted off in the 60th minute. Started again this week. Hopefully nothing serious and he can continue. Prior to last night's game, Comets were third in the table on 27 points, and Raiders down in 7th on 20 points, really just a point away from safety. Adelaide United in 19, Beograd in 19, Parahills Knights in 20, Raiders in 20, Croydon in 22. It's very tight down at the bottom, but there were a couple of games last night, which means the table has changed. And as of this morning, both these teams have dropped down by 1 spot to 4th and 8th respectively, but this is their game in hand. You could argue it's a must win for both, but for Raiders the consequences of losing this are significant, because they are 8th and there is the potential to drop further down. Remember, 2 teams do go down from this 12-team division. So when you're sitting down in 9th or thereabouts, your position becomes more critical, really. Jai King-Burn with the ball now. Good to see Dimitri Panagis getting a nice early touch in the Croatia, in the Comets bench. It looked like he was going to try and grab that one as well. We have a goal down in State League 1. Sturt Lions are hosting Adelaide Vipers, and Vipers have scored 24 minutes in there. A minute or two ahead of us. We're here in the 23rd minute at beautiful Jeps Cross in Adelaide for this RA NPL South Australia match between Croatia Raiders and Adelaide Comets. Here's Bradley Corbo. Finds Trimboli. Has an overlapping run from Matt Majetic. Augustus Williams is back to defend, and it's cleared in an ungainly manner by young Oscar Slattery. Goes in for a corner, which Majetic looks like he'll shape up to take. Mateo went over to offer a short option, but Majetic took it, went into the middle, and Trimboli got his boot to it, but he's put it over the top. And referee calls for new balls, please. Labasso trying to get through the middle, challenged by Jai King Byrne. Comets come away with it. Slattery on this side. McCornu goes back to his goalkeeper and captain Daniel Vaughan. Somewhat sliced the clearance, but it's been effective enough. As Comets still have the ball. Lucas Economopoulos on the far side. Trying to claim a pass back there was Anthony Mavrolambados, but the goalkeeper Mabaro just cleared anyway, and it's gone out for a goal kick for Croatia Raiders. 25 minutes gone, 0-0, all to play for. There's Trimboli with the ball now. Oliver Trimboli still has the ball. Anthony Vacasidis there with the tackle, the long legs, enough to reach through and clear the ball, and Comets have possession now. Here's Ryan Yates, the number 6. He's given a bit of space by Croatia Raiders, opts to chip it over the top. Labasso chases, gets to it, aims to cross it into the middle. His target was Lucas Economopoulos, but didn't quite get there, and Croatia Raiders come away with it. Here's King Byrne. As Majetic has an option on the right and chooses to use him. Majetic faces Slattery. Hasn't got the pace to get past him with the ball, but still has it. Looks to play back. And finds Corbo. Corbo goes in the middle. Reece Thompson, 35 yards out. I'd fancy my chances from there with this ball in these conditions, but plays it along the ground. Comes to Jai King Byrne. Kimishima. Crossing in the middle. Lovely tap by Stefan Matteo, but it's blocked. He'll be disappointed with that, but they have won a corner. We have another goal down at, or up at Modbury Jets. South Adelaide have equalised there. It's 1-1. That is a bottom of the table versus top of the table clash. That South Adelaide currently sort of playing for pride a little bit. They're sort of out of the race, but they are capable of upsets, and they've proven that with a few positive results recently. They haven't in fact lost in the last 3. They've had a draw, 2 draws and a win. As we see Lucas Economopoulos leaving the field for some attention. Took a knock a little bit earlier to the midriff. And it looks like he'll actually be replaced. Looks like Comets are preparing to replace him. So as this corner comes in for Croatia Raiders, penalty spot, lovely. Oliver Trimboli got up well, but couldn't quite connect. And it goes out to this other side. And Majetic wins a corner off the head of Slattery. Majetic with the corner now. Plenty of options in the middle. He'll go long, I would think. Oh, he doesn't. Goes short. And there isn't a Croatia Raiders player there. It's a poor corner, really. Here's Corbo. Has a bit of time and a bit of space. Crossfield ball goes to the far side. Mateo's the target. He wins it. Kimishima now. Ryan Yates. Adam LeCornu now. Oscar Slattery to Williams. Ryan Yates. Doesn't quite thread the ball through. Kimishima combines with Trimboli. And eventually ends up with Reece Thompson. There's a 1-2 and a 3-4. Stefan Matteo before it's put out wide to Odenwalder. Playing some nice passing football, Croatia Raiders just now. Can they capitalise on it? Nice movement off the ball there. Matteo has it. Goes back inside. Kimishima finds Jai King Byrne. Trimboli wins it. Guy King-Byrne, he's in the box now. It's packed though, it falls to Mietic. He takes it to the byline, cuts it back. And it was on a plate for Bradley Corbell, but it just got chipped up in the air and he couldn't connect. They still have possession here, Croatia Raiders. Reece Thompson goes wide. Odenwalder, nice little touch. Roberto Garrido is the player who's come on for Croatia Raiders in place of the injured Lucas Economopoulos. Kimishima, King-Byrne has a shot, nice, but it's straight at the keeper. Comfortably held, really. "30 minutes gone here in this RA NPL South Australia match between host side Adelaide Croatia Raiders and visitors Adelaide Comets. Croatia Raiders, for me, have been the better of the two. Enjoyed more possession. Played some nice football as well, but they've also had the ball in the net on one occasion. It was disallowed. Stays 0-0. Comets not without their chances. And here's one here. Garrido, first touching the ball for him, I think. Cross comes in. Wasn't far off. Augustus Williams was maybe the target. A little bit high, a little bit fast. Goes out for a goal kick. Goal kick for Croatia Raiders. Corney wins the header for Comets. Falls to Williams. He's hassled by Corbett, but he has a handle on him physically. Mietic. He's hit very hard by Ryan Yates. Some of the players remonstrating with Yates, but that was a pretty solid challenge. I'm not sure how much he went for the ball. Mietic is back up on his feet, but quite rightly a foul. King-Byrne over it, as well as Bradley Corbell. It looks like King-Byrne will be the player that takes it. Croatia Raiders don't have anybody in the middle, so they go short. A little bit of a mix-up there. They didn't put anybody in the middle of the box, so they weren't obviously aiming to get something in there, so they went short. It was a little bit of a disaster, but they still have the ball. Matteo into Kimishima. Oliver Trimboli back to Kimishima. He's in the box. Surely he'll have a little pop from here. He does. There's a little cracker. What a goal! Nice build-up. Croatia Raiders go to a 1-0 lead. They're all over in the corner to celebrate in front of the Comets fans. Lovely little finish, nice build-up, and it's a summary of their play actually. Croatia Raiders have been playing those little 1-2s and moving off the ball's been superb for them, so I think that goal is probably deserved and probably a fair reflection of the balance of play. And Croatia Raiders are 1-0 up after 34 minutes. And the doof-doof music is blaring here at Adelaide Croatia Raiders Park. Nice play in the build-up from Oliver Trimboli and Stefan Matteo. But it's Katsuyoshi Kimishima who's put the ball away. Started on the bench last week, came on in the 63rd minute. And this week started the match, and Croatia Raiders have a 1-0 lead. Well, it was quiet when we first got here, Peter, but there's a few people in now. There's a decent little crowd. They must have all been in the club rooms at the start of the game and we didn't notice them, I don't know. Shivaps and chips and all of that sort of stuff. As Reece Thompson wins the ball on the far side. We've got Oliver Trimboli as an option in the middle, but still get the ball at his feet. Chips it in towards Trimboli, but it's a little inaccurate in the end, and it's collected by Daniel Vaughan, the Comets skipper. Throws it over to Augustus Williams, who has swapped to the right-hand side of the park. So following the goal, Comets have made a change. Augustus Williams, who was deployed in the left-hand side, has moved over to the right-hand side. And Anthony Mavrolambados has swapped with him. He's now in the left here. So Comets still playing with 4 at the back, still have 3 in midfield and 2 up front. Or actually, they've got 4 at the back, a holding midfielder in Ryan Yates, and then it's 3 midfielders and 2 up front in Garrido and Labasso. So their formation remains unchanged, but they've just done a little bit of personnel shuffling to try to contain Croatia Raiders. They're looking very good just now, it must be said. Vaughan goes out to Vakisidis. Chip forward, but Croatia Raiders are winning the ball again. Akida now, left back. Barbaro finds Manly Barnett. Barbaro, long kick. Trimboli was the target. It skidded in the ground, but he has won it inadvertently from Adrian Cornu. Majetic, 50-50 ball. With Mavrolambados, but the end result is a throw-in for Croatia Raiders. About 10 metres further back from where Bradley Corbo was intending to take it. Instructed to retreat further again, so he takes another 3 steps forward. Short throw in to Jai King Byrne. Corbo has it. Labasso with it. Corbo has a little nibble. Manages to win it off him. Nice. Doesn't have a lot of options in the direction he was travelling, so he opts to go back. Kimishima. Odenwalder and Kimishima and Matteo combining. All 3 of them look the same to me from this distance. Hard to tell them apart at times. Similar gait, similar style. Here's Majetic. Tries a little bit of trickery in the wing. Doesn't quite come off, but they still have possession. Eventually cleared by Mavrolambados for Comets. Here's Garrido. Plays it inside to Ryan Yates. Nice little chip forward. Rolling as far as Akira, who collects it. Plays it to Thompson. Thompson. King Byrne. It's all Croatia Raiders really through this first half. They've done really well. They have a deserved 1-0 lead. Scored 4 minutes ago at Kimishima after some nice build-up play. They hold the lead. Currently 8th in the table, playing against their visitors who are 4th. And this will be a big win for them if they can get 3 points today. There's a long way to go though. And Comets are a decent side. They want to get something out of this themselves to stay in touch with the top 3. Here's Augustus Williams on the far side. Makes his way to the edge of the penalty box. Opts to go for the byline, but he's crowded out. Can Garrido get there? He can't. It's cleared by Manly Barnett. And it's a corner. Mavrolambados with the corner on the far side. It's a good one, away from the keeper. Comes in at head height, but they can't capitalise. And it goes out for a goal kick. This was the player there who found himself up forward, natural defender. Across that back four for Adelaide Comets. The best defence in the league currently. Only conceded 15 league goals all year. This is round 17. There's 15 goals that they conceded up until today. Obviously the 16th went in today, but it still remains a less than 1 goal a game that Adelaide Comets back four are conceding. And as a defensive unit, they've played well. George Sonis has got them well disciplined at the back, Comets, and they're usually very solid, very reliable. In fact, until they played cup game against the amateur side Tea Tree Gully, they hadn't conceded at all. Here's Mavrolambados on the far right, chips in. It's a lovely cross. A little bit unsure what to do with it, a little bit hesitant there. It's Mavrolambados actually that had the final shot. The cross and run was Labasso. There's Ryan Yates now, deep in midfield, linking the back line with the midfield, playing that number 6 role. He plays it well. Comes to the left, it's Adam Lecornu. Into the mud we go. Final ball is poor. Lucas Economopoulos was the player with a little chip forward. His intention was good, but his delivery not so. Bradley Corbo being instructed to take his throw a good 10 metres back from where he was intending to take it again. Referee Christian Verdico keeping him right with that, offering him some guidance on where exactly the throw should be taken. Comets emerge with the ball. 42 minutes played now. If you've just joined us, it's the RANPL South Australia match here between Adelaide Comets sitting 4th on the table and Adelaide Croatia Raiders, who were 8th. Big game for both clubs. Got a scores update from Mudbury Jets, where South Adelaide have taken a shock 2-1 lead. That's South Adelaide, bottom of the table, going through a little purple patch just now. The form has been a bit better, and they pulled another goal back. They were 1-0 down, they've pulled 2 goals back. It's 2-1 against the top side, Mudbury Jets, so shaking things up there. In State League 1, Sturt Lions find themselves 2-1 down against Adelaide Vipers. And just in the background here at the State Centre for Football, Service FM Stadium, Adelaide United's youth are currently drawing 1-1 with Adelaide Olympic. Another side down near the bottom, second bottom actually, Adelaide Olympic, and it's a massive game for them too. Here's Ryan Yates for Comets. Back here in your main game, in my opinion. 44 minutes gone, we're a minute away from half time or regulation time. Here's Augustus Williams for Adelaide Comets. Forced back, Ryan Yates, left foot. It's Mavrolambados. He finds Oscar Slattery in the far left here. Back to Ryan Yates. Comets looking to try and build up. They are suffering from a glut of missing players through injury mostly. Finding the going tough. finding themselves 1-0 down here to an arguably lesser fancied side, but go through a little period just now of decent possession. They still have it with Augustus Williams on the far right. Skips over the ball a couple of times, can't find the space to get the ball in, the cross in, comes back to Ryan Yates. Comes out to Oscar Slattery on this side. Back to Ryan Yates. Patient build up here by Comets. Still Ryan Yates. Finds Labasso. Labasso with a little chip through. His target was Stelios Sakarakis, but it never quite came off. Croatia Raiders still have it. We've just ticked over the 45. We're into injury time here in this first half. Oscar Slattery now, back to Ryan Yates. Corbo. Avramopoulos, but it goes out. And it'll be a Raiders throw. And referee Christian Verdicchio is already offering guidance to Bradley Corbo as to where this throw should be taken exactly. Will Corbo steal a yard? I reckon he might. Trimboli clears with his left. Only goes as far as Stelios Sakarakis though. Comets just trying to get something maybe out of these last few minutes of this first half. They have been second best for me. And that's it. Referee Christian Verdicchio blows the whistle for full time, much to the disgust of Roberto Garrido. But when time's up, time is up. And that brings us to the conclusion of the first 45 minutes. It's been an entertaining match, nice open game. For me, Adelaide Croatia Raiders, the host side, have been marginally the better of the two. They've taken advantage of their chances. They have had the ball in the net on 2 occasions, although the first one was disallowed for a foul before the ball was put away by Jai King Byrne. But Katsuyoshi Kimishima popped up to score a goal after some nice build-up play by Croatia Raiders in front of goal, and put his team into a 1-0 lead. And as the players disappear down the tunnel for their pie and bovril, I think me and Pete, the cameraman, might go and do the same. We'll be back in about 15 minutes after a few words from our sponsors to see the second half of this RA NPL South Australian match between Adelaide Croatia Raiders and Adelaide Comets, and it's Croatia Raiders 1, Adelaide Comets 0. See you in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the KOTA.SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jeps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life, and together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
come. Our two sides. The bar has been set. A great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot.
Sinclair up the double. There's the gunfight. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
And it's Adelaide, Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, Anderson in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! It's another one for my Bridget. It's Fabian Barbiero. Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. As both sides start to walk out on what will be a momentous day for both of these great teams. The crowd is built for the home side today, and Ninko Beric with the armband of FK Beograd.
In the absence of Andoni Natsiopoulos today, who's still out with shoulder.
A Saturday afternoon match at Hanson Reserve, 1-0 the way of Adelaide, Croatia. I'm sure they'd love to repeat that in 2024 as we get kickoff underway here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Busasa running down this right wing in a good position to put the ball in. Takes on one, and it's an early penalty for Croatia Raiders. The foul committed by Yudak Kimishima against Kavanagh. Good penalty. Kimishima gets the scoring underway, 1-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders.
Yeah, great finish there from Kimishima. He sent Kavanagh.
Corner comes in. Only gets to the edge of the box for the goal scorer of this one so far. Good save by Mateo. One of 3 top goal scorers for Raiders this season. The header! 2-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders early on. The ball comes in. Kavanagh getting in the way. Neon Kuru puts the ball out wide. Looking for a way in. Ball comes across the face of goal. From it. Neon Kuru. Looking for the ball over the top.
Mostly across the board in that regard.
Ball down the right wing once again. And a penalty. The exact same spot where the first one was taken at almost the exact same time. From the penalty spot. Jason Konstantopoulos gets the breakthrough for FK Beograd. Game on here.
Yeah, and just like the first penalty, nothing wrong with that at all. Great finish from Konstantopoulos, sent the keeper.
Making his way down the right wing. Still with the ball. Cuts it back. Good save by the Friedish. Gets the touchdown. Stefan Mateo in plenty of space to take on his man. Gets past one. Then has the shot. Out for the goal. Corner taken short. Ball comes in on the right foot. Falls nicely. For Shearer. Two in the derby. And what a final 10 minutes we have here.
But yeah, Raiders had more play, but...
Lovely ball from Trimboli. Busasa is one-on-one. Just needs to finish. Busasa! 3-2 in the derby. And it's that young man once again.
And I think they were trying to get Beric in a bit of trouble, but it was he'd fallen over, tripped over his own feet, really.
Lovely touch from Stefan Mateo. This could be the finisher. Nearly through the legs did Stefan Mateo go. Jai King-Byrne. Mateo just has to finish. Oh, it's gone wide. High and wide. Is this the final kick of the match? Not so yet. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders come out 3-2 winners in the end. All 3 points staying here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
Yeah, what a game that turned out to be. I mean, Raiders 2-0 up. They've let FK Beograd back in the game at 2 apiece, and then they scored the winner straight after FK Beograd equalised.
And the future is orange for Stratline. Flinders are in the lead. Rachel Quigley. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. LA Comets to 2023 premiers.
Saved by Conley. They had to go the distance and then some.
Josephine Trimboli, number 9, Tane Morris, number 12, Georgia Box, number 13, Madeline Box, number 14, Siobhan Eastham, number 16, Natasha Vella, and number 27, Lena Vogelsang with head coach Jason Trimboli. Underway here at Service FM Stadium. Good ball from McCormick. Box chasing down on the wing. Erin Murphy had 8 last year in total, so already beaten that. Ball's there. Good ball through. Vogelsang, 1-on-1. Well collected by Erin Murphy. Good ball. Burnett through the centre. On the left foot. Only into the side netting. DeCola. Quigley on the edge of the box. Looking to get it onto her left foot. Given away straight back to West Adelaide. That effort. This one being chased down. And she does well too. Quigley is there. This corner to come in from Uni. Headed towards goal. Tipping it onto the bar.
On the ball today.
Good ball through. She's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Could this be the opening? It was a disappointing A-League season for Adelaide United in the end. Good set piece opportunity. Quigley hitting. It's in. The breakthrough being made.
The ball.
Vogelsang putting the ball in. Hodgson. Notto again to put the ball in on her right foot. Knew the ball was there. She has it now. Easy pass. Finish on the left foot. Into the side netting. Well done from Notto.
Two great minds.
Ball comes in from Tansel. Notto's there to make it 2-0. 5 minutes left. Led Uni now. Ball just getting launched forward. McFarlane. Just as we were talking about it, getting in the way of that one. And just like that, the full-time whistle blows 2-0 to West Adelaide.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome back here to Jeps Cross, the Croatian Sports Centre, the home ground of Adelaide Croatia Raiders, who find themselves 1-0 up against their visitors, the Adelaide Comets, here in the RA NPL South Australia match between the two. We're waiting for Adelaide Croatia Raiders to come out onto the park. Actually, Adelaide Comets have come out first, maybe showing an eagerness to get underway and to try and get themselves back into this and to try and get something out of this tie. Tie, really, they would have been favourites to win. They sit fourth in the ladder before this weekend on 27 points, just 3 behind Metro Stars in second, and Modbury Jets currently 1 point ahead of them, ahead of Metro Stars in first place. Some inconsistent form from these top sides. The top 4 sides have been winning and drawing and losing games in their last 5. But the informed league side just now is the Adelaide City, who did draw last night at Campbelltown and have not lost in about 7 or 8 rounds. Adelaide City really the form side in the competition at this time of year. These two sides have had mixed fortunes of late. Comets have had 2 draws, a loss and 2 wins in their last 5. And Croatia Raiders have had 3 losses in a row, including a heartbreaking 2-1 defeat at Adelaide City last week when a Yared Abachu header with about 2 minutes to go was their undoing. But they've had a good first half, Croatia Raiders. They've been the better of these two, I think. As Christian Verdicchio, the referee, gets us underway for the second period. I'm your commentator, David Grant. Flying solo today, no accompaniment. I hope you have the patience and the tolerance to stick with me through the next 45 minutes of football. Today's game, a little bit fortunate to go ahead. We had some really heavy rain through the night here in Adelaide, and all credit to the Croatia Raiders groundsmen who were out sweeping the pitch this morning and this afternoon to clear it so that the game could go ahead. Nice surface here at Croatia Raiders ground, really. It's grass first and foremost for me, but that's a personal opinion, I suppose, and just grateful this game could go ahead. My wife wanted me out the house anyway, and if this hadn't gone ahead, she would have been bitterly disappointed to see me still around. So she's very grateful to the groundsman as well, as Reece Thompson collects the ball, goes inside to Kimishima, who scored the goal in the first half. He has a pernicious little nibble at Ryan Yates. He's not booked for it. Christian Verdicchio has a quick word. Katsuyoshi Kimishima was on the bench last week, but obviously did enough when he came on the 63rd minute last week to earn himself a start this week, and has scored the goal that separates these two sides at this point in time. Here's Adam Lecornu for Adelaide Comets at centre-back. Plays it out to Ryan Yates, who finds himself in the left-back position, really. He'll drift back into his customary midfield role. Comets get it underway quickly. Here's Garrido. He's a long way out. Opts to go to Augustus Williams. He's on the right-hand side. Chip back. Comes back to Williams. Slattery now, playing on that far side of the pitch. Woodenwalder fails to control it, but it was coming in at an awkward height and angle and speed. Stelios Sakarakis with a throw for Comets. Tries to find Labasso. He goes to ground. No foul. We play on. Jai King-Burn with the ball now. Has Garrido on his shoulder. Plays it safe. Goes back to Akira, who has swapped positions. He was at left back in the first half. He now finds himself on the right hand side. Comets pressing up high. There's 3 of them up there. He forced keeper Barbaro to clear. Mateo leaves the ball for Odenwalder to take the throw. There are a bunch of other games being played concurrently. Give me a wee scores update from the half-time around the grounds. Adelaide United's youth currently drawing 1-1 at home to Adelaide Olympic. Just over the paddock from here, actually, Service FM Stadium. Modbury Jets in the shock scoreline of the day are 2-1 down to South Adelaide up at Modbury Jets. Raiders here, of course, 1-0 to the good against Comets. And in State League 1, Adelaide Vipers are in a 2-1 lead against Sturt. That's a half-time score. And just kicking off, Playford and Fulham are 0-0. But if you're here, you're at the game to watch. This is the big one. Croatia Raiders sitting 8th on the table against Comets. Throw in taken by Steli Sakarakis. Ball ends up the far side with Oscar Slattery. He goes back to Lecornu. Lecornu to Anthony Vakisidis. Nicholas Economopoulos. There have been no changes at half-time. The only change we have had was a forced one. Lucas Economopoulos left us in the 28th minute through injury, and he was replaced by Roberto Garrido. It's the only change that both sides have made through this 50 minutes that we've played so far. Here's Adam Lecornu on the left-hand side. Garrido, nice little flick. He's beaten Manly Barnett. Cuts it back to Labasso with a shot for distance, and that is an absolute cracker to the top right-hand side. And he wheels away like Pac-Man to the corner to celebrate. And Comets have levelled it, it's 1-1. But a lovely little turn by Roberto Garrido in the lead up to that. Completely fooled Manly Barnett. And then cut it back to Labasso to score the goal. Labasso's second goal in 2 games. He scored last week in the 90th minute. And he scored again today to make it 1-1. 50 minutes gone. Centre kick taken, Trimboli and Jai King Byrne. Comets look a slightly different side that, in this half that went in at the end of the first half. Come back out with a bit more fight. They're certainly pressed higher up in the park. Maybe a little bit more urgency about their play this half than in the first. But there's a long way to go. Anything could happen. Here's Akida. Given the space to move. The ball goes out to the far side to Matthew Majetic. Comes inside to Jai King Byrne, back to Majetic. Majetic with a low cross, which is cleared by Vakisidis. Jai King Byrne now with it. Back to Manly Barnett. Normally a rock at the back, but it was undone by that fast move by Comets 2 minutes ago. It's brought them back into the game. And here come Comets again. Here's Ryan Yates, finds Garrido. Nice little touch. Nicholas Economopoulos to Augustus Williams. And eventually the ball goes out for a corner. Steli Sakarakis was the player who had the touch on the sideline. He takes a long throw, but there's nobody there, and it's cleared by Rhys Thompson. Ryan Yates tries to take a man out, but misses. Kimishima was the player with the ball, but Comets win it back. Here's Ryan Yates, talisman in midfield, that holding number 6 position. He's really made it his own for this Comets side. Comets, of course, only formed in the 1990s as Adelaide Raiders. Played in the amateur league for a number of years. I played against them in the amateur league. I actually played against them in a game at Mylor Oval of all places, due to resurfacing at the ground I was normally playing at. And that was an absolute mud quagmire back in 1999 or thereabouts. They were captained then and coached by Raymond Blair. Who had played professionally in Scotland and then had come out here and had a stellar career here, and is well known to those of us with more years behind our belts than we care to remember. Comets were a very good side back then. I'm sure they trounced us. And here they sit, fourth in the ladder in the NPL, NPL South Australia competition, seeking to win this game to keep themselves in touch with the top two sides, Modbury Jets and Metro Stars. And on Modbury Jets, they pulled a goal back. It's 2-2 at Modbury Jets between themselves and South Adelaide. Here's Garrido, the number 9 for Comets. Labasso failed to take it with him, though, and Comets have the ball. He goes out for a Croatia Raiders throw-in eventually. Here's Manly Barnett at the far side. Croatia Raiders captain. Plays it out to Jai King Byrne. Taps it back to Corbo. He chips it forward, but it's just a little bit too long. And it's cleared back to the goalkeeper by Vakatsidis. Vakatsidis back to Daniel Vaughan. Comet skipper, he plays out to Ryan Yates. He's got a bit of room. He ventures forth. Labasso out to the wing. It's crossed into the middle, but quite comfortably dealt with. Steli Sakarakis puts a little bit of pressure on. Ball goes out. And it's a throw-in for Adelaide Comets. 56 minutes gone in this RAA NPL South Australia match between Adelaide Croatia Raiders and Adelaide Comets. Edge of your seat stuff, this. Here's Adam Lecornu to the far side to Oscar Slattery, back to Lecornu. Kimishima looks to keep a little bit of a presence there, put a bit of pressure on, forces it back. Are we looking at the proverbial game of two halves here? Comets certainly have come out over these first 10 minutes of the second period the better of the two and have a goal to show for it. They've equalised. It's 1-1 here after Croatia Raiders enjoyed a better first half. Here's Odenwalder on this side. Left foot chip right to the middle. Looking for Triboli, but good defending by the corner. Keeps it away. Cobble comes in the middle. Triboli has a chance. It's blocked. Comets come away with it. And a chip into space. It's Rhys Thompson, the number 19, will be quickest to get to. Calmly plays it back to his goalkeeper, Vincent Barbaro. Raiders still have it. Barbaro, the goalkeeper. Yellow shirt, yellow shorts and lime socks. A mix and match, strip that. Here come Comets, a little bit of space. Steli Sakarakis flicks it up in the air. Raiders clear. Jai King Byrne, nice control. Plays it out to Kimishima. Plays it to Stefan Matteo. Matteo with the ball now. A lunging tackle there by Zakarakis. Deemed fair, play on. Raiders have the ball. Akida. Goes to the far side to Barnett. Cross comes in from Matteo. It's Oscar. Felt it all over Trimboli. Nice first touch with his left foot. Should maybe have done a bit better. It's collected by Vaughan, who's a tough goalkeeper to beat, I would say. Garrido now. Come on in the 28th minute for the injury, after the injury to Lucas Economopoulos. Yates tries to chip to the back post. His target, I think, was Labasso, but didn't quite get there. Comets still have possession, they're still building up. Comfortably in control at this point. And referee Christian Verdicchio gives a free kick on the far side to Adelaide Comets. You have a goal across the fence at Adelaide United's youth game where they're playing host to Adelaide Olympic. Adelaide Olympic have gone into a 2-1 lead there. Another upset in the cards possibly there. Olympic second bottom of the ladder. But Adelaide United only just above them, so big game for both clubs as Ryan Yates is poised over the ball, takes this free kick, chips it into the middle. Penalty spot he goes for. Raiders look to clear. Boy looked to have a slight thought better of it, and eventually the ball broke to Nicholas Economopoulos, but his shot was well over the bar. Substitutions being made just now there for Adelaide Comets. Augustus Williams is heading off for a breather, as is Anthony Vakisidis. Give you an update in a little while as to who's come on. Lachlan Steed is one of the players that's come on, the number 8 for Comets. And Aladdin Irabona, the number 7, is the other substitute that's come on for Adelaide Comets. Garrido on the far side, twists and turns, opts to play it back to the ever-reliable Ryan Yates. I say ever-reliable, and he's robbed of the ball. Lachlan Steed now. Chips it up to the other substitute, Aladdin Irabona. Played it back to Zacharakis. And linesman, assistant referee, excuse me, gives the goal kick. We have another goal up at Modbury Jets, where South Adelaide are the visitors. Jets have now gone into a 3-2 lead after having been 2-1 down. Here's Labasso for Comets. Garrido flicks it back to Labasso, but it's read well. Children's picture book by Croatia Raiders, and they come away with it. Majetic weighs up his options and decides that resetting and going back is the best one. Akira now for Croatia Raiders at left back. Plays it up to Odenwalder. Flicks forward to Stefan Matteo, and a lovely overlapping run. Oliver Triboli's in the middle. Matteo just quite fails to get his ball out, his body around the ball and connect with it cleanly, and it breaks down. But a lovely build up and a lovely run off the ball by Matteo. Labasso to Irabona. Irabona has Odenwalder and Aikida watching him. He goes into the middle. Garrido to Labasso. Labasso looks to chip it back in. Some solid defending by Reece Thompson, sees it go out for a corner. Croatia Raiders breathe again. Corner kick for Adelaide Comets. 64 minutes gone. Comes in, it's too close to the keeper, but Oliver Triboli gets up and heads it away anyway, just to be safe. Lachlan Steed plays it across the back. Adam LeCornu plays it safe all the way back to Daniel Vaughan in the goal. Chips forward. Here we go. Can Comets build on this pressure, this better second half performance from them, and get something out of this? Nicholas Economopoulos in midfield. Lovasso to Yates. There's a little bit of movement off the ball, but not a great deal, but enough for Slattery to get onto it. Guerrero has a swipe, but it's not clean. It's blocked, and it goes out for a throw-in for Comets on the far side. Cross comes in. Barbaro takes comfortably from Irabona, but he had to because Irabona is clinical often from that position. And despite his smaller stature, often wins the header. Steed. Stefan Matteo. Both sides guilty of giving the ball away cheaply, but here's Irabona now. It holds up in the surface for him, despite the attention of Reece Thompson. He plays it out to the far side. Cross comes in. Reece Thompson tries to deal with it in the low, and it's Garrido, and he's had a strike. He's hit the post, a bit unlucky, but he's through again. Has another crack. Here you go, he says, have another go, and Garrido says, thanks very much, I will do. Puts it away, and it's a 2-1 lead, and Garrido, the substitute, who came on in the 28th minute due to an injury to Lucas Economopoulos, has put Comets into a 2-1 lead, and it's probably a fair reflection of play for their second half performance. The Croatia Raiders now 2-1 down. Really been a game of two halves. Croatia Raiders' first half was excellent, and they took a deserved 1-0 lead into the break, but Comets have come out more motivated, playing better football, more attacking, more high pressing, and I think George Souness has got his substitutes right, and he's motivated his team correctly, and 67 minutes gone, Comets are 2-1 up. I can't imagine you would want to be anywhere else but here today. Pete's agreeing with me. He's a consummate professional, the cameraman, but I know deep down inside he agrees with me. Saturday afternoon together, watching the football, doesn't get better than this. Here's Bradley Corbell. As Croatia Raiders look to try and get something back. They lost 2-1 last week. They were 1-0 with Adelaide City until about a minute to go when Yared Abichu popped up and headed in a late cross. But they lack a little bit of form just now, Croatia Raiders. They have lost 3 in a row. They won't want to lose 4 in a row. They currently sit 8th in the table, having dropped down after last night's game with Para Hills Knights. It's very tight at the bottom. There's 3 teams on 19 points and 2 on 20 points. One of those 2 on 20 is Croatia Raiders, and they need to pick up some points if they're to stay in this division, a division that they got promoted to just last year. The bottom 2, of course, go down, and you would think at this stage that South Adelaide is one of them, as Croatia Raiders look to build in the middle. A lovely first touch by Garrido. Eventually broke to Labasso, but his shot was weak and wide. And a little bit of drama up at Modbury Jets, where the home side are 3-2 up against the bottom side, South Adelaide, in the NPL South Australia ladder. But Modbury Jets have had a player sent off. They're down to 10 men. King Byrne with a long ball over to the far side. Here's Majetic with a bit of space. Takes a few steps forward. And a free header from Majetic, but he doesn't get his feet right or his head right, and it goes wide from the substitute Callum Campbell, who's come on for Croatia Raiders. Croatia Raiders have only beaten Adelaide Comets once in their last 7 years worth of meetings. I went back, and that was this season. That was back in the 6th of April. And Raiders won 3-2 at Comets ground, but this return leg is a different story so far. Daniel Vaughan now clears for Comets. Ball's played back to his opposite number, eventually Vincent Barbaro in the Croatia Raiders goal. Here's Campbell. Plays it out to Odenwalder. Matteo. Campbell again. Odenwalder tries a left foot cross, doesn't quite get the space, but it has fallen to Matteo. He cuts back, and it's been slammed home by Bradley Corbo. An equaliser. Football, I love you. It's 2-all. Croatia Raiders from nowhere have come back into this, and it's scores are level. We have parity. And there's a big cheer from the home crowd there as Corbo snuck in after some great work by Stefan Matteo. Linked up well with Callum Campbell, who's come on for Oliver Trimboli. And with 70 minutes gone, it's Adelaide Croatia Raiders 2, Adelaide Comets 2, and the doof doof music is banging on. Labasso gets things underway again for Adelaide Comets. Long ball to Aladin Irabona. Doesn't quite get it with his first touch. Long ball forward here. Adam Lecornu's under it, but it's going to go all the way through to Daniel Vaughan in the Comets goal. 20 minutes to go, all to play for here. Both coaches up out of their seats in their technical areas. Edge of your seat stuff, this. It's a long ball through to Aladin Irabona, who's onside. He looks to chip it into the middle. He has Garrido, opts to belt it across the face of goal. Maybe not the wisest of decisions from that angle, but Comets still have the ball. Cornu chips it up in the air. Manly Barnett deals with it. Bradley Corbo makes sure that it's out. Labasso hassled by Majetic. Croatia clear the lines. But they're really being pressed back into their back third there, the last third, the defensive third by Comets. Daniel Vaughan, despite the tensions of Callum Campbell, he gets his kick away. Zacharakis now wins the ball, comes to Garrido, the number 9. There's a little bit of space. Here's Labasso. Ryan Yates. Aladin Irabona now in the right hand side here. Tries to beat Stefan Matteo, but you have to be a bit better than that to do that. Here's Jai King Byrne now. His pass was behind Majetic, but Majetic has picked it up. Callum Campbell is the target player, but Adam LeCorney shows exemplary defending there, and it goes out for a goal kick. And if you've just joined us, you're watching the RA NPL South Australia match between Croatia Raiders and Adelaide Comets. It's 2-2. We've played 74 minutes. There's about 15-16 minutes to go, but it's been a great game, great open match to watch. And I wouldn't be anywhere else. Croatia Raiders really had the better of the first half. The Comets came out a different side in the second, and it was just 1-0 lead that Croatia Raiders had. Fine 1-0 lead. Comets pulled one back to make it 1-1, then they pulled another one, they scored another one to go 2-1 up. Before Raiders scored about 5 or 6 minutes ago through Bradley Corbo to level it all, 2-2. Here's Stefan Matteo. There's Ryan Yates on his back, but the ball eventually comes out here to the left-hand side. Kimishima tries to get the better of Steed, gets the cross in. It's beyond Vaughan, but it's also beyond his teammates, and it goes out for a goal kick. Comets look like they are preparing another, Croatia Raiders look like they're preparing another substitution on that far side. It looks like Fred Sunday is preparing to come on. Which would indicate that Croatia Raiders, putting on an attacking minded player, will be out to win this and not settling for a draw. So could be a grandstand finish. Here's Lachlan Steed. Chips up over the top. Target is Jaden Labasso. Doesn't quite get it. Croatia Raiders tidy up. And the ball heads our way. It's going to hit the cameraman, that one. The ball is being returned personally by one of the spectators. And the throw in, Stelios Sakarakis takes it. It's Lachlan Steed. Jaden Labasso has a little bit of space. He has Reece Thompson on his shoulder. Doesn't fancy the shot, which one thinks he might have, but maybe didn't fancy it on that foot, on the left foot. Comets still have it. Cross comes in from the left, it's low, it's the right spot, no takers though. Nerval Lambadas on that far side was the player that built that up. Here's Callum Campbell now, the number 8, nice little pass, reverse pass to Matteo. Matteo to Jai King Byrne. King Byrne looks up, weighs his options up, and has a shot from distance, but it goes over the top. He'd have been thinking about his goal last week against Adelaide City when he took the ball just on the edge of his own D and ran all of 50 metres before unleashing a shot from about 35 metres that went beyond Dakota Oxenham and into the net. Wasn't to be for Croatia Raiders last week though. They were undone with a late goal to lose 2-1. They're out to get points today. They want to get points today. It's important for them. Kimishima with the ball now. Stefan Matteo. Goes inside. It's Jai King Byrne. First touch to Campbell. Back to Byrne. Reece Thompson now. Raiders finding spaces. Corbo. Majetic. Nice work. Little chip into the middle. Sakarakis with a header away, I think. But only as far as Campbell, who's made a nuisance of himself since he came on. Here's Campbell again. The nuisance. Majetic. Chipped in by Corbo. Good cross. But great defending by Lachlan Steed. Took no chances and headed it over the bar. Concedes a corner, but great defending by Lachlan Steed. Detention of Odenwalder. Corner kick now for Adelaide Croatia Raiders in front of this sizable little crowd that's gathered on a cold midwinter's day. Cross comes in. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there, I think, between defender and goalkeeper. And eventually it's cleared. It was Nicholas Economopoulos there, the defender, who kind of ducked when the cross came in from the corner. Vaughan didn't expect the duck. Economopoulos obviously expected Vaughan to be there and to catch, but they breathe again. Raiders going through a 5 or 6 minute period of ascendancy since Bradley Corbo equalised for them back in the 70th minute. Croatia Raiders have been playing some nice football. They're probably the better of the two sides just now. Can they get anything from this? Here's Reece Thompson, the far side. Reece Thompson, the most booked player in the NPL, I think, at least the most yellow cards. He's putting a good performance today, Reece Thompson, it has to be said. Very disciplined. Been a continual repeating threat for Comets. They've had to deal with him in that midfield role. Campbell seems to be everywhere just now. Chips to the back post. The target was Manly Barnett. Couldn't quite get the power or direction in his header, and it's gone out for a goal kick for Adelaide Comets. And here's a substitution now being made by Comets. Oscar Slattery departs. And coming on is young Ryan Cook, who has 10 minutes. Ten minutes to do something, to make a difference, to be a hero. Garrido for Comets. Come on midway through that first half. Force change really for Adelaide Comets after an injury to Lucas Economopoulos. Lachlan Steed, the number 8. As in wearing the number 8, not playing in the number 8. Ryan Cook gets his first touch of the ball here, but it's ended up with Roberto Garrido at the edge of the D. Cross comes in, it's low. It's not taken by anybody, but cleared by Odenwalder, I think, at the back post there. Maybe they weren't expecting it to come through. Certainly a wee half chance for Comets. Zakarakis with the cross into the middle, flicks up into the air. Erebona gets up to it, but it's grabbed out of the air, clutched from the air by the goalkeeper. Vincent Barbaro, who now plays it out. Akita back to Barbaro, goes long, and Aladner Abona's popped up on the left hand side now, so Comets have made a change. Something they seem to do quite often is just swap the flankers. Yeah, Arabona has moved over to the left-hand side for Comets now. And Ryan Cook has slotted in, I think, to the right-hand side. A little bit hard to tell how they're lining up just now as they defend this corner, which comes in from the far side. Again, no takers, and what a chance for Reece Thompson, who must only have been about 3 yards out, probably a bit surprised that the ball had come to him, and had a swipe at it, and he's blazed it over the bar. But a glorious chance with 6 minutes left on the clock to put his team into a 3-2 lead, and his head's bowed a little bit. His body language gives away the fact that he's mightily disappointed in himself for that, but good opportunity, but probably didn't expect it to come through to himself, so He's got to put it behind himself and move on, I think. Just an update from the State League 1 game. Sturt Lions are now 3-2 up against Adelaide Vipers. Big game in the division below this one, that one. Here's Garrido with the ball now. Goes to the far side. Mavrolambados plays it back. Here's Mavrolambados again. Irabona. Mavrolambados. Eventually it's chipped into the middle. Labasso has a stab. Steed has a stab and it comes back into the middle. And a real chance for Comets to try and get a late winner here as we move into the last 5 minutes of play. Croatia Raiders now seek to make a double substitution. Kimishima and Majetic both make way. And on comes Fred Sunday and Paul Radice for Adelaide Croatia Raiders in place of Kimishima and Matthew Majetic. So double substitution, but here's Garrido, makes his way into the box. He's got a little bit of space. Great defending by Rhys Thompson. He got back superbly well there, threw himself in front of the ball and blocked the shot. And some fine defending by Croatia Raiders again. Paul Radice got a hat-trick when these two sides met each other way back in April in the first round, or the first time they met, but it would have been round 4 or 5. It was a Radice hat-trick in a 3-2 win for Croatia Raiders. That must have been in the back of his mind as he ran onto the pitch here. It's almost a free header there. Ryan Yates. Stefan Matteo with the block. Ryan Yates still has it, trying to make his way through the crowd, but he's blocked eventually, and the Croatia Raiders come away with it. Here's Callum Campbell. Taps it back to Corbo. Croatia Raiders now effective have two brand new strikers out there, two fresh legs up front, and Radice and Fred Sunday, who both have come on here. Oh, and a cynical tackle there, and that might be the first yellow card of the game. Given to Lachlan Steed, the number 20, for a late challenge. A late challenge on James Odenwalder. Up at Modbury, South Adelaide Panthers have pulled another goal back. It's level there, it's 3-all. Modbury Jets reduced to 10 men. Top of the table versus bottom of the table there, and scores are level, 3-all. But this is the big game, this is the game you want to be watching. Here's Jai King Byrne with a free kick. Chips it into the penalty spot, might be too close to Vaughan, it is. And it's collected by the gigantic goalkeeper who feeds out to Aladdin Irabona. Irabona now beats Fred Sunday with the pass and the turn. Here's Labasso. Have they got a late winner from one of these two sides here in this intriguing encounter? This RAA NPL South Australia match between Croatia Raiders and Adelaide Comets. RAA, a proud supporter of football in South Australia. Campbell, nice little chip over for Fred Sunday to run onto. And Sunday has it. He faces Irabona. Opts to go back, plays it safe. Here's Campbell. Radice. Little chip up into the air. Lachlan Steed clears it. But only as far as Rhys Thompson. Thompson goes back post to James Odenwalder. Odenwalder takes a few steps into the box. Attempts a challenge, but it doesn't come. But he has the ball again. Chips in with his left foot. Reece Thompson with a diving header off the bar. Oh, that would have been the stuff of dreams if that had gone in. Stefan Matteo finds Jai King Byrne with a bit of space. Oh, and it's a tap in, except it's not. It's offside anyway. Paul Radic had a chance to win it at the death there. There's a minute left to go in the clock, and he's contrived to push it wide, but it's an offside anyway, wouldn't have counted. But you know what? I think there might be still a goal in this game. Don't go anywhere. It's 2-2 here between Croatia Raiders and Adelaide Comets, but it's been a great open match to watch. And I've loved every minute. What a thrill. Long ball by Vaughan. Finds Garrido. Little back flick. And a very deliberate tug back by Manly Barnett, but Christian Verdicchio, the ref, allows the play to proceed. Plays advantage. Good refereeing. Steed. We're back inside to Stelios Zacharakis. He looks tired, Zacharakis. He looks absolutely knackered. He's barely running. The ball comes back out to Campbell. Jai King Byrne. Radic finds Campbell. Campbell with a long ball. Far too long. Doesn't even get to Vaughan. Never mind his target, Fred Sunday. And 90 minutes has now ticked over. We're into additional time. There won't be a lot of it. We haven't had many injuries, but we have had a couple of goal celebrations in this second half as Radic has the ball. He's tackled by Steed. Irabona has it. Mavrolambados on the far side goes back to Irabona. Irabona to Yates. Yates goes central. And Roberto Garrido has it. Showed a little bit too much to Manly Barnett, who's cleared it. The ball goes out for a goal kick. And from the body language, Vincent Barbero's in a sprint to get this back in play. Croatia Raiders look like they want to get something out of this. Not settling for the draw despite their more lowly position than their visitors. Basso with a little chip over the top to Garrido. Ryan Cook's in the middle, but the ball has gone out. There'll be a throw in on that far side. Demi Panagas acting as ball boy. Retrieves it for Aladdin Irabona, who'll take the throw. Irabona delivers into the middle. Corbo clears. Sunday has it. Yates has a little bit of a nibble but doesn't quite get him. And Sunday still has it, but he's outnumbered there. Comes up against that solid Comets defence. The tightest defence in the league, but they have conceded 2 goals today in this one game. Something they'll be talking about this week, I'd say, in the Comets dressing room. Stelios Zacharakis resorts to a rugby union tackle there over the shoulder to slow down the progress of his opponent. Does look like he's struggling a little bit for pace, Zacharakis, I'll be honest. But has otherwise put in a decent performance today. Jai King Byrne now with the free kick. Just inside his own half. Launches in towards the penalty box. Fred Sunday leaps, but he's a mile off it. It's cleared by Irabona. And here comes Jaden Labasso. Oh, and a cynical tackle, but great refereeing. He's allowed the advantage to be played. And the referee, Christian Verdicchio, his little alarm has gone off on his watch there to tell him that that's the end of the game. The Croatia Raiders actually look quite deflated by all this. You can see a few of them have dropped to the ground. They look like they feel that's a chance gone missing for them. Disappointing for them. They had a great first half and they were in a deserved 1-0 lead at the break. They then allowed Comets to get back into it. Comets came back out a different side the second half, to be honest, and levelled the scores at 1-1. Comets got another goal and went to a 2-1 lead. And then a goal to from Bradley Corbo with about 15 minutes to go, levelled the scores, and you could tell from the coaching decisions and the on-field decisions that Croatia Raiders were looking to try and get a winner out of this. They're a little bit unlucky with minutes to go when Rhys Thompson blazed over the bar from close range, but on the balance of play, probably a 2-2 draw is probably a fair result. It's good that we got some goals, and it was great that the game went ahead despite the heavy pitch. But certainly Croatia Raiders look like they feel it's points dropped for them, and Comets will be disappointed not to have got more out of this as well. But on the balance of play, I think Croatia Raiders had the better first half, Comets had the better second half, and a 2-2 draw is probably a fair result in the balance of play. I'll need to get myself all packed up. One of our colleagues has his birthday today. Many happy returns to you, Johnny Keko. He's 30 today, believe it or not. Well, he doesn't look a day over 29. So I'm going to head over and see him. Peter and I will pack up all of our equipment here. Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you on board. The game here has finished Adelaide Croatia Raiders 2, Adelaide Comets 2. I've been your host, David Grant, and I've thoroughly enjoyed every minute just talking to myself here in the studio. I'll leave you at that. See you later.